Hello, my friends. How are you today? Welcome to the show. I am your host, Jay Sweet. This is our final episode for the season, the music of 1966. This is our 30th album, and the album is, in fact, The Who, A Quick One, released on Reaction Records in the UK and Decca Records in the US. The Who's A Quick One was released December 9th, 1966, recorded between August 30th, concluding sometime in November of 1966. What do you say we get into it? So let me start by giving you a brief overview of the record, A Quick One. This is the group's second album. We did discuss The Who and their evolution in season number 2, and that record was My Generation, groundbreaking record. This is, of course, their second studio album, A Quick One, and it marks a significant step in their evolution. The album showcases the individual songwriting talents, or maybe lack thereof, I'll let you decide, of each member. Everyone gets to write. Pete Townshend, of course, the very gifted songwriter, guitarist, and sometimes singer of the group. Roger Daltrey, the lead singer. John Entwistle, the great bassist. And Keith Moon, kind of the wild card maniac of rock drumming. But I think it's pretty evident that Townshend's songs emerge as the standout tracks, which makes sense because he wrote a bulk of their material moving forward. And then there's this title track called A Quick One While He's Away. This is really the highlight of the album. It's a 9-minute long mini opera that foreshadows Townshend's later work on rock operas like Tommy. And it really shows some development within the group, their willingness to experiment. So I would say overall the album is known for its eclectic mix of styles. It did do well, particularly in the UK, reaching number 4 on the album charts. In the US, it didn't really make too much noise. It reached only number 67. And despite not being universally considered their best work, the album, again, was instrumental in solidifying The Who's reputation as one of the most innovative rock bands of the 1960s. There was one single from the record that is Happy Jack. Actually, it was only on the US release. It was released as a single in the UK and included on the US release of this album, and it needed a hit, and that was Happy Jack. That one peaked at number 3 in the UK and number 24 in the US, marking the band's first significant American chart presence. So A Quick One, again, showcasing the growth of a band that would become one of the most celebrated in rock history. Following the release of A Quick One, The Who continued to build on their success, establishing themselves as one of the leading rock bands of the 1960s and beyond. Their next release, The Who Sells Out 1967, a concept album that creatively parodied the commercialism of radio with its mix of original songs and fake commercials. A really cool album. We'll definitely get into that one. And with their growing reputation for energetic live performances and innovative studio work, The Who's status as a major force in rock music continued with the groundbreaking rock opera Tommy in 1969. Really, simply put, The Who were a band with incredible individual talents. And while they had a lot of misses, in my opinion, their hits and successes and concepts were quite remarkable. Can I say I love every Who song? No, definitely not. But again, the good stuff is really, really good. So tragically, The Who lost 2 of their key members over the years. Drummer Keith Moon, known for his wild lifestyle, it's an understatement, and his explosive drumming, died on September 7th, 1978 at the age of 32 from an overdose of a drug called heminephrine. This was a drug that was prescribed to combat his alcoholism. So it was actually a drug meant to help him, wound up killing him. Later, bassist John Entwistle, whose powerful bass lines were considered a cornerstone of the band's sound, he passed away in 2002 at the age of 57 due to a heart attack. induced by cocaine use. You can't be using cocaine at 57 years old and expect to live. And despite these losses, The Who has continued to perform and record with surviving members Roger Daltrey and the creative genius Pete Townshend, carrying on the band's legacy. All right, we did the thing. Yeah, that's the season. That's the show and the season. 1966, and a pretty magical year for music. So, it's going to be a little while before you start to get some more fresh episodes, the music of 1967. I'm going to take a moment and evaluate the show. As you know, it's changed quite a bit since the beginning of this season, where I used to be able to put in actual tracks. Can't do that anymore. It is kind of a bummer, I'll be honest, but I think it makes these shows a little bit more consolidated and also more accessible, because I can play them on any, or release them on any podcast platform, and not just Spotify, who killed my ability to do the show exactly the way I wanted to do it. But I think we're still doing the thing, and I think it's still of value, so I do plan on continuing. I just want to take a little step back and see what's what. In the meantime, plenty of material. I'm going to keep releasing my interviews that I do for Jersey Jazz Magazine, Downbeat Magazine, other publications. I have a bunch of things in the works. You can check out all my activities at jsweetmusic.com, including the newest book, The Music of 1964, the 50 most impactful albums. That's on there, the ordering information. And then my Ray Brown biography, great jazz bassist Ray Brown, is set to be released sometime in the next few weeks. So keep an eye out for that. So again, lots happening. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Reach out to me and let me know what you think. And until next time, I would like to tell you to keep this wonderful music alive, and peace. So hang in for a second, my friends. Here's a quick little home demo of some music that's loosely inspired by The Who. Check it out.